How to turn Minecraft Pocket Edition single-player worlds on Android devices into a 24/7 multiplayer server. To make sure that your world can be converted to a multiplayer server, we first need to make sure that your world is saved using the file storage location of external. To check this, go into your settings and then look for where it says storage and tap on storage. At the very top on the right hand side, you should see file storage location, and as you can see, mine is set to external. If yours is set to application, then you will not be able to convert that world into a multiplayer server following the steps demonstrated in this video. Again guys, make sure the file storage location for your world is external. Great, so once you've confirmed that your file storage location for your Minecraft world is external, go back to the Minecraft home screen and then tap on play. Once in play, you'll be able to see a list of all your Minecraft Pocket Edition single player worlds. As you can see guys, I only have one single player world, and that is called Websplaining, and it's a survival world. We now need to play our world and store all our items that are in our inventory and that we're wearing into chests. This is to make sure that all these items are transferred over when we convert our single player world into a multiplayer server. Once you've noted the name of your Minecraft world, tap on it to play your Minecraft world. Once you're in your Minecraft world, find the nearest chest and deposit all your wielded items and your inventory items. So here's a chest guys. As you can see, I've got a sword, a pickaxe, an axe, and a couple of torches. So I'm just going to put all these items into my chest. Once you've done that, just hit the X on your chest and then hit the pause button and then tap on save and quit. Once you've stored all your inventory and wielded items, you can tap on the X to go back to the Minecraft home screen. The next thing we need to do is to connect our Android device to our PC so that we can transfer our single player world files from our Android device onto our PC and then from our PC onto our server host provider. So I'll be back with you guys once I'm on my PC with my Android device connected by USB to my computer. Alright guys, I'm back. And as you can see, I'm on my Windows PC's desktop. So if you're on a Windows PC like myself, and you've connected your Android device to your computer by USB, what we need to do next is locate our Minecraft Pocket Edition single player world files. To do this, navigate to your Windows taskbar and right-click on the Windows Start icon. As you can see, the Windows Start icon is at the bottom left-hand corner of my taskbar. Once you've located it, right-click on it. Next, look for where it says File Explorer and left-click. Once your File Explorer has opened, make sure you're in this PC. You'll then be able to see all your devices and drivers. As you can see guys, I got my Android device, which is a Google Pixel 6, and my Windows C drive, where I have Windows 11 installed on. Once you've located your Android device, which in my case is the Pixel 6, double-click on it. Double-click on Internal Shared Storage. Look for the folder called Android and double-click on it. Double-click on Data, and then look for com.mojang.minecraft.pe. Once you've found this folder, double-click on it. Double-click on Files, double-click on Games, double-click on com.mojang, and then double-click on Minecraft Worlds. In the Minecraft Worlds folder, you'll see a list of folders, each representing a Minecraft Pocket Edition world. Of course, guys, I only had one Minecraft Pocket Edition world, and that's why there's only one folder. If you have multiple worlds, and therefore multiple folders, to identify which folder represents which world, you'll need to double-click on the folder, and then find the text document called Level Name. Double-click on Level Name to open it, and as you can see, inside this text document, you'll see the name of your world, which of course in my case guys, is Websplaining. Now we know that this is the folder containing the correct single player world files, we'll need to make a copy of it on our PC. To do this, I'm just going to go back here to be taken to the folders list of all my Minecraft worlds. To make a copy of your Minecraft world folder, restore down this window, then left click on the folder and drag it onto your desktop. You'll then make a successful copy of your world. You can now close out of this window. Next, you'll need to rename this folder the same as your single player world. My single player world is called Websplaining, so I'm going to right click on this folder and then I'm going to click on the rename button here. I'm going to backspace to delete what's there, and then I'm going to type Websplaining. Once you've renamed your Minecraft Pocket Edition single player world folder, hit enter on your keyboard. The next thing we need to do is put this folder inside of another folder called Worlds. So all I'm going to do is right click anywhere on my desktop, I'm going to hover over new, and then I'm going to left click on folder. I'm then going to backspace to delete what's there, and I'm going to type the word Worlds, and then hit enter. Now that we've got our worlds folder, you can left click on your single player world folder and drag it into the worlds folder. Once done, it's good to check all your single player world files are in there, so double click on your worlds folder, double click on the folder named after your Minecraft single player world, and then you should see all your single player world files. And as you can see guys, That is indeed the case. Now I'm just going to close out of this folder. Great, now that we've got our single player world files copied onto our desktop, the next thing we need to do is upload these files onto our server host provider. To do this, we're first going to need to set up our server. Open up your browser and navigate to the following URL address. This URL address is my referral link and will take you to the Linode sign up page if you don't already have a Linode account. This referral link will give you $100 in free Linode credit to try out Linode servers free for 60 days. I'll put this referral link in the video description below. Once you're on this page, you'll need to sign up to Linode using either a Google account, a GitHub account, or email. Most likely, guys, you're going to be going with email to sign up to Linode. I already have a Linode account, so all I'm going to do is click on login. Once you're logged into Linode, you'll be taken to the Linode dashboard. Make sure you're in the Linode section by left-clicking on Linodes at the top left-hand corner here. Once here, simply click on Create Linode. Here, you'll need to choose a distribution. If you click on this box here, you'll be able to see a list of all the images or OSs that you can install on Linode. The one I'm looking for, guys, is Ubuntu, which should be towards the bottom here. And the Ubuntu version that I'm going to be going with is Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. You can go to the newest version also if you want. So I'm going to be selecting 22.04. Next is region. So I'm just going to select my region here. As you can see, you've got a decent sized list of servers that you can choose from. I'm going to be going with a European server in London, UK. For the region, it's best to choose a good in-between middle ground for where you live, your friends and guests live that are going to be playing on this server, so that each of you can get a good signal. Next is to choose the Linode plan. Click on shared CPU, as these plans are quite reasonable for a beginner server. The cheapest shared CPU by Linode is the Nanode, which is $5 a month, gives you a gigabyte of RAM and one CPU. This is enough to run your Minecraft server. However, for this video, I'm going to be going with the Linode, which gives me 2 gigabytes of RAM and one CPU, which is double the minimum requirements to run a Minecraft server. You can also go with this plan, guys, as you would have used my referral link to sign up to Linode, giving you $100 free Linode credit to try out Linode. Once you've selected your Linode plan, scroll down until you see where it says Linode label. Delete the current Linode label and give your Linode server a name. So I'm just going to call it Minecraft-server. In the Linode label, make sure you don't include any spaces, so use dashes or underscores. Next, you need to enter a root password. This password is going to be used to connect to your Linode server. So I'm just going to enter a root password now. Once you've entered in a root password, scroll all the way down to the very bottom to where it says Create Linode and simply left-click on this button. Your Linode server will then begin being created. I'll be back with you guys once the status of our Linode server changes from provisioning to running. Alright guys, our Linode server is now running. Once your Linode server is also running, click on Linodes to be taken back to your Linode dashboard. Here you'll be able to see a list of all your Linode servers. Of course guys, we only have one, which is the one we just created. The next thing we need to do is transfer our Minecraft Pocket Edition single player world files onto this server. To do this, we're going to need to use a program called WinSCP, which is an SFTP client. So what you'll need to do is open up another tab and navigate to the following URL address. I'll put this URL address in the video description below. Now, if you're not on Windows, you'll need to find another SFTP client. If you're on Windows like me, you can just go ahead and click the Download Now button and go through the installation process of WinSCP. If you would like a step-by-step video on how to install WinSCP, I'll put a link in the video description and as a card at the top right-hand corner of this video to a video of mine on how to do this. Once you've got your SFTP client installed on your computer, go back to your Linode dashboard and copy the IP address of your server. Once you've done that, minimize your browser. Once you're on your desktop, open up the WinSCP client that you just installed. So I'm just going to do that, guys, by double-clicking on the shortcut on my desktop. Once WinSCP has opened, you'll be taken to the session login page. For file protocol, make sure it's set to SFTP. In the hostname, paste in the IP address of your Linode server, leave the port number as 22, the username will be root, which is the same for everybody, and the password will be the root password that you entered in on your Linode server. So I'm just going to paste in my root password now. Once you've done that, simply click on Login. You'll then be greeted with this warning window from WinSCP which says, continue connecting to an unknown server and add its host key to a cache. Of course, guys, the server that we're connecting to is not unknown. It's the Linode server that we just set up. So all you need to do is click on yes, as we know what we're connecting to. Once you've connected to your server, you'll be greeted with the following screen. On the right-hand side is your Linode server, and on the left-hand side is your PC. As you can see, we're currently in the desktop directory of our computer. If you don't know where you are exactly, guys, you can click on this folder at the very top on the left hand side with the 2 dots. So I'm just going to do that now. You'll then be in your computer's user account directory. All you need to do is look for desktop and double click on it. Once you're in your desktop directory, look for the Worlds folder that you copied over from your Android device. Left click on the Worlds folder to select it, left click again and hold, and then drag it into the directory of your server on the right hand side, and then let go to begin making a copy on your server. Great, so now we have a copy of our Minecraft single player world files on our Linode server. So what we can do now is simply close out of our SFTP client by clicking on the X and then clicking on OK to terminate the session. The next thing we need to do is log into our Linode server using an SSH client. To do this, we'll need to install an SSH client. Open up your browser and then navigate to the following URL address. I'll put this URL address in the video description below. Once here, you'll be taken to the Download Putty webpage. Putty is the SSH client that we're going to be using for this video. Again, guys, if you're not on Windows, you might need to install an alternative SSH client of your choosing. If you would like a step-by-step tutorial on how to install Putty, I'll put a link in the video description and as a card at the top right-hand corner of this video on how to install Putty. Once you've got Putty installed, go back to your Linode dashboard and copy the IP address of your server once again. Next, minimize your browser. Once back on your desktop, open up Putty by double-clicking on the shortcut. You'll then be greeted with the Putty configuration window. Make sure you're in session and then look towards the right-hand side where it says Basic Options for your Putty session. In the hostname or IP address, paste in the IP address of your Linode server, keep the port as 22, connection type as SSH, and then left-click on Open. Once you've done that, like WinSCP, you'll be greeted with a Putty security alert, which you're greeted with when you first connect to your Linode server for the very first time. The server's host key is not cached in the registry. You have no guarantee that the server is the computer you think it is. Now, of course, guys, we know exactly what we're connecting to, and that is our Linode server, so simply click on Accept. Once done, you'll be greeted with the Putty terminal window. Maximize the Putty terminal window. At the very top, Putty says Login As. We're going to be logging in as root, so type the word root. Once you've typed in the word root, hit enter on your keyboard. You'll then be required to enter the root password for your Linode server. You can either enter that password in or paste it in by right-clicking anywhere in the Putty terminal window after you've copied the password to paste it and then hit enter on your keyboard. You'll then be logged into your Linode server. In this Putty terminal window, the first command we need to type is apt space update. Once you've typed this command in, guys, hit enter on your keyboard. This will then fetch all the updates for your Linode server. All these commands that I'm going to be typing in the Putty terminal window will be in the video description below. The next command we need to type is apt space install space unzip. Once you've typed this command in, hit enter on your keyboard. This will then install Unzip. Unzip is the tool we're going to be using to unzip the Minecraft server software files that we're going to be downloading from Minecraft.net. To download these Minecraft server software files, open up your browser and navigate to the following URL address. This URL address, guys, will be in the video description below. Once here, you'll be on the Download Bedrock dedicated server for Minecraft webpage. Once here, guys, you'll have two options for the server software. The one on the left is Windows and the one on the right is Ubuntu. Of course, guys, the one that we need is Minecraft dedicated server software for Ubuntu Linux, as that is what our Linode server operating system is. To download these Minecraft server software files, simply checkmark the text box here to agree to the Minecraft end user license agreement and privacy policy. Right-click on the screen download button and then left-click on copy link address. Once you've done that, open up the Putty terminal window and then type wget space and then right-click to paste the link address you just copied and then hit enter on your keyboard. Once you've downloaded the Minecraft server software for Ubuntu onto your Linode server, we need to unzip this zip folder. To do this, simply type unzip space and then the name of the zip folder that you just downloaded. At the time of recording of this video, the zip folder and the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition and Pocket Edition is bedrock-server-1.19.41.01.zip. So all I'm going to do, guys, is copy the name of this zip folder. To do this, I'm just going to highlight it and then right-click to paste it in, right after where I typed unzip and space, and then hit enter on my keyboard. The zip file will then be unzipped. The next thing we need to do is edit the level name in the server.properties file. To do this, we're going to need to use a text editor, and we're going to be using the command line text editor called nano. So simply type the following command, nano space server.properties. Once you've typed in the following command, hit enter on your keyboard. Your server.properties will then open. Use your arrow keys on your keyboard to find where it says level name. So I'm just going to do that now, guys. And there we go. Level name is right here. Level-name equals bedrock level. Of course, guys, this isn't the name of our Minecraft Pocket Edition single player world. In my case, my world name is called websplaining. So I'm going to need to use the arrow keys here to get to where it says level-name. I'm going to need to get in front of bedrock level. And then I'm going to use the backspace button to delete bedrock level. And then I'm going to type the name of my Minecraft world, which is websplaining. Once you've entered in your Minecraft world name, after the equal sign in level-name, press Ctrl+O on your keyboard at the same time to save the changes you have just made in the server.properties. You'll then be asked if you want to change where you want to save these changes to. So it's asking file name to write server.properties. You're going to leave everything as it is, so you're just going to hit enter on your keyboard. Now you're going to need to exit out of Nano, so press Ctrl+X on your keyboard to exit. You'll now be taken back to the command line right before you entered nano server.properties. The next thing we need to do is install Screen. Screen allows our Minecraft server to run 24/7 by creating a separate terminal session. Type the following: apt space install space Screen. Once you've typed this command in, hit enter on your keyboard to install Screen. Now we'll need to turn on Screen. To do this, type the word Screen and then hit enter on your keyboard. You'll then be greeted with this window. Hit enter on your keyboard again to be taken to a blank terminal window. Here, we'll need to enter the command to start our Minecraft server. To do this, we're going to need to open up our browser and then go back to the following URL address where we downloaded our Minecraft server software for Ubuntu. In here, there's a command in purple which says ld_library_path equals /bedrock_server. So I'm just going to copy this command. Once you've copied this command, right-click on the highlighted text and then click Copy. Once you've copied it, open up your Putty terminal window once again, and then right-click in your Putty terminal window to paste in the command. Once you've done that, guys, hit enter on your keyboard. Your Minecraft server will now start. And now you're pretty much done with the terminal window here. You can of course enter further commands in this Putty terminal window, such as op in your Minecraft character or op in others, changing your server from survival into creative, for example, or a whole bunch of other commands. However, what I advise doing is giving yourself operator or op to then be able to perform all the commands in game. So to op yourself, all you need to do is type op space and then the name of your Minecraft character, which in my case is websplaining. It's best to enter this command once you've connected to your Minecraft server for the very first time. I'm not going to enter this command, guys, as I haven't connected to my Minecraft server just yet. However, once you have, you can simply type the following command and press enter on your keyboard. And then you can simply close out of your Putty terminal window and you've got a fully functioning 24/7 Minecraft Pocket Edition server. I'm now going to switch over to my Android device to connect and play on my Minecraft server. I'll be back with you guys once I'm on my Android device. Alright guys, I'm back on my Android device and I've got my Minecraft Pocket Edition launcher open. To play my server, firstly, I'm going to tap on play. I'm then going to tap on servers at the top right hand side here. I'm then going to scroll all the way to the bottom to where it says add server and I'm going to tap on add server. Once here, you'll be greeted with a small window which says add external server. So you have to enter a server name, server address, and you're going to keep the port as default here. So for the server name, give your server a name. So I'm just going to call mine websplaining. In server address, you'll need to enter the IP or address of your server. This is the IP address of your Linode server, so I'm just going to tap on this box here, and then I'm going to type my Linode server IP address, which is 139.162.235.15. Once you've typed in your server IP address, tap on save. Scroll back all the way to the bottom to where it says additional servers. Tap on your server name. You'll then be able to see your server name on the right hand side, the amount of players currently online on your server, and the current ping of your server. All that's left to do now, guys, to play your server is tap on join server, and you'll be taken into your Minecraft server. And as you can see, guys, I'm now in my Minecraft server, and I'm going to look for my house, and as you can see, my house is right here, and I'm just going to open up this door to go into my house, and then I'm going to open up my chest to get the items that I've just put in the chest, which is my sword, my axe, my pickaxe, and my torches. And of course, guys, anything I've put into the chest will have successfully been transferred over. And that pretty much concludes the video on how to turn Minecraft Pocket Edition single-player worlds on Android devices into a 24/7 multiplayer server. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, comment down below, and most importantly of all, subscribe to support the channel. I'll see you on the next video.
is it so hard to let